everybody. Welcome to my space. I am so excited that you are there and that I am here. And once again, this is me taking my own pen, using my own paper to tell my own story. Because in my silence, my story has been given and my story will be given. So why not give myself the respect that I deserve? So, the breath. Yeah, very important. So 3 years ago, I got separated, or I don't know how you say that. I'm still not used to that thing. I had been married for 18 years, but it ended on August 31st. This year is gonna be my 3rd year, and this far I would honestly say it has taken the grace of God. If you asked me sometime 3 years ago, I would not have thought that I would be where I am today. Nothing but grace. I got married at 20 and my husband was 25. If you asked me, was that an acceptable age for marriage, or is there an unacceptable age for marriage? I would say, I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. But if you asked me if my marriage or our marriage ended because of age, I would tell you no. Possibly, it plays a role, but I wouldn't say exclusively. Probably it has contributed, but I wouldn't say the weight lies on the age. But if my 19-year-old daughter today told me that she wanted to get married, I would definitely not encourage her to. Because she hasn't known herself, she's still morphing into many things, and so for all those reasons, then I wouldn't. But if you asked me, is age a contributor to the end of your marriage, I will tell you no. If you asked me, I would say a sick soul. But again, sick souls can heal, and you can heal even in the marriage. And I think throughout the marriage, I was trying to heal my soul. I was very cognizant of my wounds, of my emotional wounds. I was very cognizant of where I was at with my pain. That's the death of my mom, and I don't just say the death of my mom. My mom had died 2 years before I got married, but I've said before that when my mom died, I started mourning my dad again, because my mom had covered us so much that I had not experienced the death of my dad. So it felt like I was mourning. It was like double tragedy. So if you asked me, was it because I had not healed? I would say partly yes, but still, that is still not a reason why the marriage or my marriage broke. Could be. I'm not saying it plays a part. And today when I talk to people, I tell them, please, make sure you heal yourself, because marriage is not a hospital and your spouse or your partner is not a doctor. So you don't expect to get into marriage with a lot of wounds and expect for someone to heal you. So I encourage, this is what I teach a lot, get healed, because you're going to be bringing a lot of baggage. Have I taken responsibility? Many times I have, and I continue to take responsibility of my own baggage in that line. But really, what made my marriage end? Many unresolved issues. And why did we have many unresolved issues? See, by all standards of marriage, we were an ideal couple. But ideal against what? We were an ideal couple. I didn't even think I had a lot of issues. If you asked me, I would not have said I am so unhappy. I knew I was sad. I knew I was hurting. But I don't even know I knew how to say I am unhappy in the marriage. I just knew I'm hurting. I just knew I used to cry a lot at night. Oh, not just at night, but I know I used to cry. I used to cry a lot. And why? Because I think we were pulling from different directions. I want us to talk and resolve things. You don't want to talk and resolve things. So we are And I think that is how people are. People are different, and I mean, and it's, you don't come together because you're the same. You come together because you have your differences actually like draw you together. But then you have to come to a consensus with your values. Like, I value talking, I value solving things, and if someone else does not value that, then you want to know how else do you love solving your issues. But if you cannot get to a place of talking about like such things, then it becomes detrimental to your marriage. So I would not say that it was age. I would say it's how issues or how conflicts were solved or were not solved or were not resolved. So the way my marriage began is exactly the way it ended. Like, the way it began is the way it ended. I mean, I think that's a good place to pause for you, because I believe that a marriage should work, and I believe in marriages, and I do not want anybody to go through what I went through. If you can save it, why not save it? If you can put away your pride and work on your relationship, why not work on it? So I was going to tell you the many times that I left because I knew something was wrong in my marriage, because of the many times I left, and because of the many people I talked to, and because of the many nights I cried, and because of a lot of pain that I endured. I knew something was broken, but I couldn't put a finger on it. I would not be able to say this is what is broken. I knew something was like really wrong, but I didn't know. I mean, until that point of like, now I'm just like in my like very first years of marriage, I had not been cheated on. I had not been hit. So how will I even say? Like, I go to a pastor, and church will always ask you these questions like, does he cheat on you? The answer is no. Does he beat you? The answer is no. So what else? What are you saying? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Like, there are no other issues. So I was feeling like I am too immature. Like, what is this making me so angry? What is this making me get to that point of wanting to end my life? I've never admitted to that thing. Like, that my first year of marriage, I really wanted to die. And not just die, but I had a plan. I had written a letter to my sisters. I had told them, you will never understand how deep my pain is, but this is the only way that you're gonna understand this. And yeah. And that is why when in Kenya we have that story that is known to so many people, the Sharon story. That is why when Sharon, I felt it and I understood her like completely, because I felt, not because I felt, because I have been in that position. I'm not going to share that story today, but yeah. So I was thinking, what is this that is making me so angry? So I did not know there were other forms of abuse that existed besides what we know. So had I seen any signs that were going to be a deal breaker? Had I seen anything that came up in a marriage? Because I love to tell people, like, whatever someone is when you're going out, they might just become more of that person that you've seen. So if it's something that you can not deal with, then leave it. But if it's something that you can deal with, regardless of them changing or not changing, then go for it. But if you're expecting someone to change from what they were before you got married, then I don't think that's a good I don't think that's a good expectation to work with in marriage. You can work on the color of socks someone wears. You can work on the color of pants someone wears, but there are things that you cannot compromise on, So I am sure that there are things that he had seen in me that, oh my God, that probably were magnified in a marriage. Probably he had seen that strong person that has, and probably it just became like magnified in the marriage. So for me, I had seen quite a number of things that were presented later in the marriage or throughout the marriage. Like when during our courtship, it was like about maybe 2 months to our wedding. I wanted to call it quits. We had already done the first introduction and we had done the first dowry, and I was like, I don't want to, I don't want this thing. And he roughed me up. He roughed me up like towards the wall like this. And where's my Bible? I should have said, like, there's no lie I'm giving. There's no lie I'm telling. There's no lie I'm telling. And yeah, and God is my witness. Like, there isn't, like, in all my conversation, I am not saying any lie, and I don't have any reason to lie. I mean, I have so many things to say that I'm not even saying. I don't even need to. Yeah. So whatever I'm saying is nothing but the truth. Yeah. So he wrapped me up and he said, I'm gonna if you leave me, I can't do without you. And to me, that was love. I thought that, like, this is like real love. And I followed him because he was running towards the shop, and he said, I'm gonna go get poison. And he said, I'll say you made me die, or I'll blame you. I can't remember how he framed it, but he said something like that. So I followed him and I stopped him and I told him, hey, I'm not gonna leave you. It's okay. I mean, you can work whatever it is. You can work it out. It's fine. And see, these are stunts that I saw very many times later. So something else I should have been wary of was like at the beginning of the relationship, he gave me his passionate opinion on something I was doing. I used to act, and he was really against it. He didn't want me to continue acting, and he gave me a lot of reasons, and I stopped acting because I thought, whatever reasons. So he didn't honor what I loved. I should have known. I should have seen that, and I should have known that that it's my way or the highway. And it's in a very cocky way. Then I think one other major red flag that I should have noted was like seeing me 24/7, and he might not know, he might not have known that, he might not know that, I don't know, but like seeing me 24/7, like you want to be with me constantly, you want to come, like I'm not there, but I'm gonna find you at my house. Like you want to see me in the morning, you want to see me in the evening, you want to see me you want to take me to work, come back for me. Like take me, like you are suffocating me. I thought that was love, but really it's called love bombing, and I was love bombed, given all attention, given all, like it was a lot of love bombing that I think he got so tired. By the time we were getting married, he was so tired, like he was so tired. So, that is also not like healthy. And unfortunately, people used to say, oh my God, she's making him see her a lot. It wasn't me. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, don't come for lunch. And I come out and you're there and probably had other plans, and I have to come with you because, hey, I can't leave you like that. And my colleagues used to think, oh my God, you're so loved. And I also used to think like that. And he also thinks like that, I know. But that's not a healthy, it's not a healthy way to relate. It's not a healthy way to do it. You're just, it's not healthy at all. Then, so the person that used to see me like that often, the only time he did not come to see me was the time he came and found that I had malaria. Malaria takes like 3 days, and he did not come again. Like he did not spend the day with me. And I remember my pastor's son was taking me to hospital to get the jabs, and he kept asking me, where is your boyfriend? Where is your boyfriend? And he would come and say, okay, I'm going to, and he doesn't come. Like those, he did not come. He did not show. Let me excuse him. He did not know how to handle me when I was in pain, when I was in agony, when I was going through something. And that is the same thing that I experienced throughout like the relationship. So I mean, don't try to paint red flags green or yellow or your favorite color. A red flag is a red flag. If that's a deal breaker for you, then don't go for it. Just know that what you're seeing is what you're gonna get, you know. And I'm not saying that he's a bad person. I mean, someone else can handle. Someone else can deal with that, you know. I mean, I'm gonna quote my sister. My sister used to tell me, I can take that. I can be able to take care of myself. I was needy. Let's just say I was a needy person. Okay, let's just say I was a needy person, and I needed to heal myself. I needed to be full. I think I was still expecting someone to feel me. I needed to be full. So I take a lot of responsibilities in so many things. It took too long for me to speak, yet I spoke. I was silent, yet I spoke. An oxymoron, I know. I don't think I stood up for myself enough. I don't think I spoke enough. Well, right before, no, right, I'm not gonna go right before, but I'm gonna go like right after my wedding. When we were getting into the car, my partner opened the door for me, and I got in, and oh, holding the door, he said, "Finally, I've married you." And he he went to his side and he got in, and that startled me. And I looked at him and I said, "What did you say?" And he didn't answer, because it wasn't like a, "Phew, finally I've married you." It was like a vengeful kind of a talk. Like it was full of vengeance. Something I said from that day till the last day. He wouldn't say that I'm lying. I can't even say everything. And I can't say a lot of things, because at the end of the day, I'm not out to damage anybody. But again, I said, unfortunately, you are part of my story and you have to be in this story. But I am very careful on what I'm saying. So this is what is cleanest. This is the cleanest part of my story, the less scandalous part of my story.